I am starting a new project. I've always wanted to do something like the 100-day project series with something, either, and I might still do it. I'm not totally putting it off the table yet. However, that feels totally unmanageable right now. So I'm trying to do something a bit more simpler, a bit more suited to my speed and my time and my energy. So instead of doing 100 days of whatever, I am doing 10 short stories in 10 weeks, which maybe still be a lot, but hopefully it'll be a bit more manageable. Um, so yeah, that's starting. I technically started on yesterday on Tuesday, and my how I want this to break down so it's not an every single day thing is to kind of treat it. If you've ever read Ray Bradbury's The Zen of Writing, how he approaches his short stories, he does it over 5 days, 1 hour in the morning. He just barrels through stuff, which is something I really need to learn how to do. And I have like a ton of short story ideas. Like I have, of course, I didn't mean to grab it, but then I forgot. I do have a notebook with like 3 pages of short story ideas. So, like that's half the battle. Not really. It's like a tenth of the battle, maybe. Um, so, yeah, my goal is to write and edit a short story every like work week. So every Monday through Friday. By Friday, maybe Saturday, I'll have something that I would be comfortable submitting to a literary magazine. Um, which is my thing. That's another thing I want to do because like I love to write. So this is like a small way of like getting myself out there, getting into that process. I'm going to get a lot of practice editing, which is actually one of those things I'm considering as like my next career or major job move, as like copy editor or line editor or whatever. So that's exciting. um, yeah, and I do want a pretty strict word limit, so 1,000 to 5,000 words, just something really manageable. And yeah, so I kind of mentioned like one of my goals is learning how to finish things, how to barrel through things. Because I really struggle with that. Like when I'm writing, I get to a little point where I'm stuck. Honestly, usually it's the very last scene. So I just want to go through it. And the other problem I really have is writing things that feel terrible. Like it's very much imposter syndrome. So I'm learning to let myself have really, truly awful first drafts. And I have my first story up on my computer, and I can show you like one of these sentences that I really hate. And it's like full of them. This is just like the first one that showed up. It whirred overhead, suspended over their home, a ring of light in the darkness, bright enough to dot out the stars across the horizon, save for a thin ring, and I didn't even write thin right, I wrote thing, save for a thing ring just edging the line of sight. It's clunky, it's awkward, and I'm trying to be okay with that for my first draft. So yeah, started this yesterday. I have like 560 words or something, so I'm going to finish the rough draft probably after I finish filming that. Probably just throw myself at it for 10 minutes, try to get it up to 1,000 words, and then tonight, or honestly, I'm going to the gym tonight, so it'll probably be tomorrow. I'll start really hacking at the editing. Like, I do know where I want the story to go. I just want it to be like a sweet moment between these two friends. It's sci-fi, like post-apocalypse or mid-apocalypse, trying to make a better future for themselves, just sharing some stolen fig fruits. And that's not a metaphor for anything. They are just literally figs because I miss them. Um, yeah, so that's exciting. Hopefully, by Saturday or maybe even Sunday, depending on how things go, I'll be able to start looking for magazines and journals to submit it to. And then 9 more weeks of that, which is a little terrifying, a little exciting. I want to get used to like rejections and everything. And then, honestly, there's always the possibility that I will never find a home for them. And I also want to be okay with that because then one thing I'm considering is keep trying to find homes for them. So I will be sharing pieces probably every like week and a half here, just little updates. That way, like if I film next Friday in this little section, then I'll hopefully have submitted this first story and be like ready to submit the second one, so I'll get a better flow of how things are going. But yeah, hopefully just start submitting, getting rejections, maybe getting accepted. And then regardless of those things, maybe I am considering at the end of the year pairing it with some illustrations and then just publishing either on like Itch or maybe even Amazon. I haven't decided yet. It was literally an idea I had this morning. Just putting together a book, and that way I will learn formatting and pairing illustrations and kind of all other stuff, because like learning is my thing. And yeah, that's where I'm at right now. It's I don't know, it's like new project exciting. So like I definitely need to work on my endurance for this kind of thing. But I think with having very concise 5.5 day sections with things that get finished, I'm hoping that will kickstart that kind of like mental workout and endurance, because like I have some other projects that I get stuck on and I drop for months at a time. I have a novel that I am like 3/4 of the way through the rough draft. I have the rest. That last quarter is very well outlined, very thorough. I haven't touched it in like 3 months, and I feel really bad about that because I've been working on it. Like I wrote the outline the spring before COVID, so spring of 2019. And it's an idea I've had in my head since college. So that story, like from the seeding date, if you consider that initial spark of inspiration, it's like 12 years old. And I'm not done with it. And it's bothering me because it's a story I really love. And I just keep getting stuck at these steps, and I don't want to do that anymore. And I also have like Fireflies, which is like a choose your own adventure style thing that I want to pair with like coloring book pages. And I've been working on that for 2 years. And I'm stuck, and I just need, like, I think this is a good way for me to get through some short stories, get that endurance, get comfortable submitting, and at some point get comfortable doing layout and things and making it polished and nice and publishable. And that's really exciting, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully hopefully my videos won't be quite as boring as this, just me talking at my phone. I do later this week have plans to film painting a pet portrait for my parents of their new cat, and then probably gonna do a vlog throughout April of getting various things, like actionable steps, going on like Etsy and Fiverr and Voices, because I want to do voice acting and I want to do copywriting. Just putting my skills out there, casting several wide nets. It feels a little nuts, but considering it research. So yeah, that cat video will probably be up later, probably on Saturday or Sunday, or maybe Thursday. It depends. I've started going to the gym, so it really depends on when I go do that, because I'm usually there for 2 hours. So yeah, definitely if any of this interests you, you can subscribe. I would appreciate all of that. And if you've ever done something like this, or if it inspires you to do something like this, definitely let me know in the comments. I would love to follow along on your journey, or like read your stuff. I'm sure we can all learn from each other. So yeah, like, follow, subscribe. That's the word I'm looking for, not follow. And I will see you guys soon.